Alright. What's up, guys? CyberHoudini here, and welcome to your daily dose of gaming. Thanks for that. I don't know what happened. It just wouldn't pick up the microphone. Today is the 7th of the 4th. We back. We doing this. Streamlabs, you gotta fucking chill your roll. Chill your roll. That was the weirdest thing ever. No matter what I did, I had to end Streamlabs. Silly bastards. Alright, yeah, we got some good news today. We got some Bioshock 4 rumors. We got things heating up for E3. We're like a month away from Resident Evil 8 and Biomutant and the Mass Effect Legendary Trilogy. It's all kicking off. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too. I don't know. Yeah, it might be a new update for Streamlabs. Watch out, my fellow streamers, because things be breaking all the time. Good God. I'm absolutely bollocks today, so we're going to play a little bit of that Resident Evil Reverse after this. Hell yes! But first, let us get into the news. Let us start things off properly, yes? Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. It was weird when I changed sources, it seemed to do that. We have a new trailer for a spiritual successor to SUIKODEN. Now, SUIKODEN was this old RPG series back in the day, and this looks fucking amazing. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's called Iodine Chronicles. Of course, like, they wouldn't go with an easier name. It had to be as confusing to say as SUIKODEN, because back then I didn't even know it was called SUIKODEN. I called it SUIKODEN and all this kind of stuff, because you didn't know, you know, there was no voice acting back then. There was none of that stuff. You just had to go with your gut. But they are amazing games. There was SUIKODEN and Grandia and Legend of Dragoon. There was so many great series back then. Yeah. No, I mean, they're both as bad as each other, right? Even old OBS, it takes them a long while, unfortunately, to get the new updates, you know. And then old OBS seems to be a bigger CPU usage as well. You can't win, dude. You can't win. And then Elgato software is a fucking joke. It will destroy your system. So you just can't win. You really can't. Sometimes you just want things to work and they don't. Alright, cool. There was also a really nice trailer of them going through the town, which really shows off the beauty of the game. And I just love this. They call this 2D HD. It's something that was created basically, and of course trademarked by Octopath Traveler, where you've got these 2D sprites in a kind of 3D world. Super, super beautiful. I hope you're all having a good day. Dynamite and DPG, how you guys doing? You playing anything nice today? Let me know, let me know. These old RPGs might be before your time, but I promise you, all this stuff is coming back in a big way, and I love it! I absolutely love it. Hell yes! On to the next piece of news. I was just talking about it there. Oh yes. We have some new rumors for Bioshock 4. This is reported on by Kotaku. Jason Schreier over there. He's definitely one of those guys you either love him or hate him. He's got a bit of an inside track, but he's very much a journalist. Gets into a lot of hot water because sometimes people don't like the news he has to share. But he's been talking about the new Bioshock for a long while. This was back when there was a tour done of the 2K studios, and they saw that basically what they were doing with Mafia, and they had all these different hangars, and one of them was for the new Bioshock. So, like, we know that Ken Levine is long gone. He's working on his own project now, and so that's kind of the end of Irrational. And the people who worked on Bioshock 2 was 2K Marin, and I thought they did a great job. But I think they're either disbanded or they're doing something else. So what 2K have decided to do is create their own studio for Bioshock called Cloud Chamber, which is not easy with all them C's and L's. Boom. Boom, down. I like this music. More Wolfenstein, very nice. The Wolfenstein, very good. So it looks like, in terms of rumors and that, it looks like maybe they won't be going back to either Columbia or Rapture. I'm all for another game set in Rapture. I know we got like 2.5 games, but I kind of secretly would like another one. Because it's so incredible. Like, Columbia, Bioshock Infinite was a great game, but Columbia never sit with me as well as Rapture did. Rapture just tore a hole out of my heart. It was almost like a horror game. It was so cool. This just pulsating, corrupted city at the bottom of the ocean. It was like a living, breathing monster. It just got worse and worse as it went. It's so incredible to be down there. But yeah, it looks like they've definitely got a lot of stuff. A lot of great talent from around the industry. So I'd say Bioshock's in good hands. We'll see how things go. When people think of 2K, you know, you gotta understand 2K are owned by Take-Two, who own like Rockstar, and so they own so many, like from Bioshock to GTA to Borderlands, so many huge series that they own. It's crazy how big they are. But I'm excited to see what they can do for sure. One report says they've been working on this since 2017. Another says 2019. Either way, I would say that this E3 would be a good time to show off what they're doing, even if we're still like a year out. You know how that goes. But it is definitely time. It's definitely time. A new Bioshock would be the perfect way to really break in these new consoles. And the first year, the first 2 years, and even maybe first 3 years of a new console is really like a test bed to just go all out, you know? I feel like the first 3 years, that's where you're going to see some of the best games. And then the last 3 years, it's kind of people start to, you know, get used to it. Maybe start to do a lot of sequels, but they'll get used to it. So games will just get looking better and better. And then as we approach the end of the generation, then you start to see games kind of fizzle out a little bit. Last hurrah kind of thing. Mostly getting ready for the generation after that. It's an interesting cycle to watch for sure. I'm absolutely bollocks today. I was so tired yesterday, but I don't know how I did it. I just went into zombie mode and streamed for like 6 hours. But today I am done. I was this close to just fucking passing out and not streaming. I'm fucked. I am absolutely fucked. But we powered through. We powered through. I want to play some of this Resident Evil. Hell yes. Because I enjoyed Resident Evil Resistance. It was like a knockoff of Dead by Daylight. But it just didn't have absolutely no support, you know. But yeah, so good luck to Cloud Chamber. It's odd that they're called Cloud Chamber, especially with, you know, Bioshock Infinite being in the clouds. But I do not want to go back to Columbia. I had an interesting idea, but I don't think it literally didn't hold as much weight as Rapture. I'd like to see them. They could go to space. They could go underground. That game I played recently, Paradise Lost, was like Bioshock in the underground, you know, without any guns, unfortunately. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Once you get to Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, that is when they really found their stride, you know. It's an incredible game. It'll fuck with your mind so much. It's so cool. It's leaps and bounds. It's like, it's up there with like Dishonored and even Bioshock, in my personal opinion. Whereas, yeah, the New Order and Old Blood was them basically going, we're trying to bring Wolfenstein back. Please don't hate us, old fans, you know. It was their moment, like what happened with, it was their Doom 2016, you know. And then Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, was like their Doom Eternal, basically. I wouldn't say, you know, as high quality, but still really, really fun. Great story as well, that's what I liked. Great story in New Colossus. So I know they're probably working on a new one. Machine Games. Yeah, so on to the next piece of news. Let's see, we got a new game called Before Your Eyes, which sounds really cool. Basically, it's a narrative-driven game, but you actually...
Grammarly can help you more quickly.
I hate you, IGN! Alright, let's just move over here for a second, and I'll actually go to an actual website. Fuck you, IGN! Why do I bother? I try and be nice and unbiased and pick an article from every website, but then, fuck! God, they let me down so much. Absolute garbage fire. They've gone so bad that their video player is that bad that they actually recommend you watch their stuff on their YouTube channel. This is a fucking disgrace. Anyway, this is a cool looking game where you affect, it's called Before Your Eyes. You affect the world around you by blinking. It's kind of creepy. Life and death goes by all by blinking. I like the idea, but it's kind of creepy. Boop. There was a similar game where you played as a small blind girl, and you had to like cause sound because she could hear almost like sonar. It was very cool. That might have been called Beyond Eyes. Now we have Before Your Eyes. Yeah, I like the graphic style has that similar kind of. It almost looks like watercolors. A lot of games go for this art style. It's beautiful. It really makes things pop. Pop, 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 pop. This looks like it was made by Night School or something, but it's not. Hell yeah. And we have another new game as well. This one's called Abandon. We've got a new trailer from PlayStation. I like the PlayStation blog, actually. It's a serviceable website. Tells you exactly what you need to do. Gives you a trailer that fucking works. Thank you. Yeah, this is a survival kind of horror sim, but it looks eerily realistic. Holy shit. Luckily, we don't get stuck for too long when these things happen. That's the power of multi-monitors. I can do shit in the background you'd never thought you could see. Yeah, first-person horror survival shooter. I like this. I like this. More horror games, please. Thank you, please. Thank you. Thank you, please. Oh, this one has a little bit of... Come on. Good lord. Let me put the volume up. Alright, go fuck yourself. I can't even click on it. Good god, man. What are these websites doing to their video players? Let me press on the YouTube button. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Alright. Shit is going pear-shaped today. I love it. Bring it on, universe. I will spit in your eye and kiss your ass goodbye. Universe always tries to put us down. You gotta understand.
No water.
You gotta kick her in the nuts.
Nothing to survive.
Kick her in the nuts.
The complicated
Can't let shit get you down. Otherwise, you just roll up in a ball and just it'll be the end of you.
Powerless.
They're showing this on PS5. You can tell it's very lifelike.
Of a strong, blood-loving
with the hype around like
community
things like
led by a
Stalker
religious
2.
nut job.
Hell
A
yeah.
false prophet that will do anything for power, anything for wealth.
Spit in your eye and
And
kiss.
when you
Yeah, I like it.
realize this,
Right, put that in
you
a
know
fortune
it's the
cookie and
end.
Shadow Warrior 2, you
Your
sons of
end.
bitches.
But you will.
You gotta do it.
never
You know, when you have those bad days, you cannot let them get you.
You will fight.
Because they'll just ruin the whole
your way
day.
out.
Ruin the whole week. Do not let that shit get on top of you. I have bad days. I have woeful bad days. But fuck me. You just can't. You can't let it. Boop. Alright. Next up, we have a little bit of news about Twitch's new harassment policy. I don't usually bring this up, but Twitch is directly connected to gaming. I know it might not look like that lately with all the hot tub streams, but it is a fucking gaming website, damn it, somewhere. Christ. Maybe someone could, like, power on a Nintendo and throw it into the hot tub and shock the shit out of them. Now you're gaming, bitch. Now you're gaming. Now! It's gone to hell, like, it's ridiculous. Apparently some teacher in the UK... their students were like talking about how Twitch has helped them come out of their shell and all this stuff. And she went on to check it out, and she got to the homepage, and the homepage, all that was on the homepage the other day was hot tub streams. This one was doing yoga and bondage. Oh my god, it's unreal. It's unreal. Anyway, this is a separate thing altogether. Back in January, they talked about a new, like, basically a new bullying policy. A lot of people just took it to heart, basically around all the words they were blocking and that. But they were never blocking the words. People still say the S word and all that. But yeah, it's really about the intent. That's their plan. You know, at the end of the day, they have to come down hard on these things. There are some scummy bastards out there who use their platform to hound people, like literally going and bringing up their streams in their stream just so they can bully them, and there's a lot of hate raiding going on, which is basically these big nasty whore and streamers will raid over someone else and just to hate on them, you know, call them horrendous stuff, try and get them banned, report them, just it's disgusting behavior, and that's been allowed to carry on. So I'm hoping Twitch is getting to the bottom of this. But a little bit update to this is if they have massive reports of harassment and that, they are now going to do a little more digging into it, where it's not just going to be, we're going to get rid of your channel. They want to clamp down these fuckers. You know the way, like, when you block someone, you now block their email and IP address. You don't just block them. So it does seem very harsh, but at the end of the day, there's some sick puppies out there, and you gotta squash them. You gotta squash them somehow. And, you know, obviously putting a ban on words is ridiculous, and I don't think they really did. It was just another really bad take from big streamers that snowballed out of control. And it's the same with the DMCA and stuff. Everybody's just fear-mongering. There's big streamers who still play music all the time. They go on BRBs and play full fucking copyrighted music. It's crazy. And they're fine. So it just kind of comes down to, a lot of time it's individual stuff. They tend to leave the little guy alone a little bit. But yeah, I say at the end of the day, just do what you've always been doing. Don't let anyone dictate music-wise, you know. If something happens, you get a slap on the wrist, then maybe it's time to ease off. But until that happens, there's not really much you can do. Anyway, when it comes to the harassment stuff, people should know by now, but they don't. The internet gives them a free pass to be dickheads, but don't be dickheads. Don't be dickheads in real life, you know. Try and do some fucking good in the world. Try and leave the world a little bit better than you came into it. Please, Jesus God. If we'd all do that, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation. But no one seems to care. No one cares. Yeah, that guy's a fucking psychopath. He needs to be locked up. Absolutely locked up. It's crazy how he keeps coming back up in And he's a complete jackass. And every time I saw people change over to his picture and all that from Deus Ex, he probably never even played the game, the piece of shit. Yeah, it's just horrible how many sheep can follow people like that. There's a new trend on Twitter where some guy's like, you know, doing one of those viral tweets where it's taken off. I think it's something like, oh, names a popular opinion in gaming that would get you in this situation, and then it's a picture from like Tangled, where the swords are all around Flynn or whatever his name is. But right underneath that tweet, everyone doesn't read the tweet, of course. They just go, ha ha ha, this happened to me, ha 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 ha. But right under the tweet, he has a really horrible, nasty take about talking about diversity in gaming. I'm like, fuck you, dude. What difference does it make? It's always these, you know, fucking white idiot males who think that their opinion fucking counts. It just because it doesn't affect them doesn't mean that their opinion matters, you know? Screw these fucking people. But it's just weird to see the sheep follow on, you know? Nobody reads that anymore. They just want to be... It's like the Facebook effect. They just want to be another one of these people. Look, I'm liking and retweeting this fucking tweet that another 1 million people did already. Anyway. It's crazy times right now. Like we were all just talking about yesterday the subathon stuff on Twitch. Twitch is one of those things, you know. It's like one giant science experiment, and I love it. I love it. It's crazy. It's crazy over here. They do a lot of shit wrong, but it's just a constant moving goalpost, right? You know. And definitely there's been a lot of outcry over this, these hot tub streams and stuff. But like on the other hand, even the subathon stuff is a little bit dangerous when you're talking about, you know, people who may not be completely mentally sound already. To do something like a subathon is dangerous, especially over the last, you know, year and a half now of COVID being stuck inside. You can see a lot of people's mental health deteriorating, and the subathon stuff could be seriously dangerous, so you just gotta be careful. People need to just kind of sit down and have a chat with themselves, you know, inside. Make sure they're doing good. It's okay to just have a talk with yourself. As crazy as you might think you sound, it's important. Check in with yourself. Jesus. Before you start doing 48-hour streams and 5-day streams. It's crazy. Yeah, hate raiding. There was a lot more of them. See, there's other websites. Even Mixer was a big part of that as well, where they were just allowing them to get banned the fuck off of Twitch and just move over to this platform and start the whole cycle again. And they do it in the name of free speech, which is so silly. Hate speech is not free speech. I'm sorry, but that's... You're complete opposite. You're destroying someone else's life. That's, yeah, no way. No way can you get off with that fucking Fifth Amendment shit. Hell no! Alright, on to the next piece of news. Like, to just kind of leave that off there, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not like in anybody's corner. These are just platforms. They get more wrong than they do right, but it's still nice. You definitely see them trying to do more than YouTube is doing, so as long as they keep transparency up, people still calling for certain streamers to be banned, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background we don't quite know about. You hate to hear about it, but it's clearly happening. But yeah, I don't know. As Twitch gets bigger, this is what happens. The same thing happened to YouTube. It gets like a snowball effect. It's hard to keep it under control. But hopefully things are looking up, you know. No one deserves to be harassed online. Nobody. Alright, on to the next little page of news. We have a brand new Digital Foundry video. These guys are like the #1. Why does it keep doing that lately? So choppy. I think it's something got to do with my YouTube. Anyway, it's a new video on the Crysis remaster. Now, I don't know if this one sold as well. I think the running joke about does it run Crysis? They used to say this about all PCs, and then it went down to like phones and toasters. But can it run Crysis? And they remastered it a while back, and even just looking at it, I always enjoyed the Crysis series, but the first one does not hold up that well. It feels like a lesser like Far Cry, but the other games were so much better. Once they dialed into the armor powers, got really good. I enjoyed Crysis 3. But yeah, they put it out now, and basically there was a new update. I think it's now smoothed out everything. You're getting that sweet 60 frames on the new consoles. There's still great games to play, you know, if you want some first-person shooters, but you know, we've come a long way, I think, since then. Yeah, bigger streamers, just a big dollar. Yeah, I know that is true, but no, I mean it happens with them all. It's just they're definitely given more chances, you know. I agree with you there. Yeah, YouTube's exactly the same. There is, but see, here's the thing: that most of their partners, and the same over here. Once you're a partner, you do get, you know, your own little personal liaison to these platforms, you know, and you can talk your way out of anything then, unfortunately, you know. It's just the way it goes. But you're dead right, there's clearly a small money factor there, you know. Same with the subathon stuff, there's mad money being brought in. I think it's a cool thing, you know. It's just, you know, people just gotta keep an eye on themselves. Because every picture I see of anyone doing a subathon now, they look like death. Death. And it's kind of, we're coming out of a horrible, you know, lockdown. And we're definitely going through a little bit of isolation, you know, a little bit of, it's like cabin fever, you know, isolation craziness. So yeah, you just gotta, we all suffer from it, you know. Yeah, the coolest thing about the Crisis ones, games where you're in this cool suit, you could have like armor and stealth and all this, and the suit had an awesome voice. You'd be like, stealth activated, armor activated. So they were super cool. So they're still great games, but unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, I do know they're fucking owned by EA. So you know, take that what you will. They'd rather, instead of doing a full fucking collection, they'd rather, you know, release them little by little. Little by little. Boop. Is it EA? Yeah, fuck it is. Good God. Can't escape those bastards. I was even talking recently about the very old Harry Potter games that were kind of better than even the Lego games. The Lego Harry Potter games are fun, but the old Harry Potter games were straight from the movies, and they were really good back then. PS1, PS2. Oh, they were so good. I still remember like Chamber of Secrets, running around the Weasley farm and flying the little... They didn't look great, you know. I'd love to play them again. I have so many memories. Collecting all the cards and that. Was it Barrett's Beans or whatever and all that? I don't know. Can't remember. The Chocolate Frogs. Super cool. Big makeup YouTubers in hot water. Oh, God. Don't get me started on them beauty YouTubers. I've never seen such a bunch of cats in all my life. They're constantly at each other's throats. That whole James Charles thing is so stupid. They're all as bad as each other. Fucking hell. Crazy. You couldn't escape that stuff for ages. Even though he's... Yeah, I don't know. So all they do now is they only just want to get big enough so they can do their own makeup line, then they fuck off. Anyway, that's Crisis. If you're interested in that game, hell yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see more PS5 and Xbox Series X stuff coming, because it's definitely been drip fed. Here's a gorgeous new horror action game I saw. It's called Of Love and Eternity. There's a demo available now. Looks amazing. It's definitely got a Dark Souls vibe to it, but there's something almost PS1 graphic style to it as well. This is like right up my alley. I might look this up. It's fucking amazing. I have yet to see even a shred of gameplay though, so that worries the piss out of me. Yeah, look at this. This is straight up. I love what's going on right now in the industry. We're getting these kind of demakes instead of remakes. It's so cool. I love it. It's like the PS1 era, because all these indie devs were so glued to like 2D roguelikes, 2D Metroidvanias. I'm like, when are we shifting into the 3D? But we're doing it. We are doing it right now. It's happening. This looks fucking amazing. Another great indie series that's made a transformation from 2D to 3D was Iodine. Really, really cool. That's another one I want to get into. I just don't have time for all this, but god damn it. That one's called Of Love and Eternity. And the demo is available today. Not a shred of combat there, unfortunately. But god, the GIFs they've been showing off on Twitter is quite impressive. Don't mean to bring this stuff up. No, it's fine, dude. We're talking about it. It's the way it goes. But you just go on forever, right? Because no one will ever really be able to fix these things. At the end of the day, as much as I understand it is up to the platform to censor this stuff, shouldn't people have more common fucking sense not to do this stuff? Shouldn't they have a heart and conscience somewhere, not to be hate raiding people or causing drama and doing all that kind of stuff? Why can't people step outside their bodies for a second, have a bit of fucking common sense? And I hate to see it. It's shocking, because you know, you're just gonna have idiots and pricks everywhere. But these are just free platforms that we're able to do whatever we want with, you know. And it's shocking that we have to share it with scum of the earth, clearly, because they're not learning. They're not learning. It sucks. On to the next little piece of news. If anyone remember that awesome little mobile game, it did make its way to consoles. Trees, where you basically make trees and trees and trees of trees. I like it. The number tree. They have a new game, really cute. We got a little mouse heroine here called Beast Breaker. And they've been saying that it's a mixture of like top-down Monster Hunter meets Peggle. And I'm like, God damn, that is a hell of a mix of genres. And when I saw it in action, I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing here. It's quite wild, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, is this gonna play? Come on. 17 ads later. The ads are getting out of control. And I refuse to use ad blocker because I'm one of those people who would hate people to use ad blocker on me, you know? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Because YouTube's now, we're going to give you 2 unskippable ads, then a 5-second skippable ad, okay? You're welcome. Thank you. You gotta watch the same bullshit, knockoff, fake stuff. So, you send the little mouse into combat, and then she attacks the monster very much like Peggle by bouncing off it. It's kind of wild, that, right? Very wild. But if you saw what Trees was like, it was a pretty basic kind of, addictive little indie game. So to see them go and make something like this is amazing. You know, you're not always going to have developers who are able to push out something like Valheim or Phasmophobia or Among Us. You know, it's not, at the end of the day, it all comes down to a magic little idea. Have you tried the new map in Among Us yet, Dynamite? The airport? Yeah, this is Beastbreaker. I'm showing off a lot of new little games. Today's a little bit dry on news, and what we do, dry sounds the wrong way of putting it, right? Jesus Christ. But there you go. When we have a day when it's a little bit slower on the news, there, that sounds better. We'll bring up stuff I wanted to talk about for a while. Boop. What happens? I have the best luck ever. Is most of the news breaks just as I go live. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I actually wanted to talk a bit more about Mass Effect. I showed off the video for the Legendary Edition, but I didn't actually break down everything they're changing. They are really doing a great job. Like, dare I say it, and dare I give BioWare credit, you know, when they've been very rocky as of late, the last couple of years. But goddamn, it's closer. It really is closer to a remake than it is a remaster. They're not just changing little things around. Every little annoying thing we ever had about the games, it's going to be the definitive collection. Even like, there was a scarce amount of ammo in one part of Mass Effect 2. Boom, they're fixing that. It's crazy. So, they really listen to the fans. I gotta give it to them. Boop. Alright. Over here, we have a nice bit of news from Nintendo. This is probably cleverly timed. They just got rid of Super Mario 35. There's talks of Pac-Man 99. So, hot on the heels of Tetris 99 being huge, we've got Pac-Man doing his thing. So, clearly another little 2D Battle Royale game. Let's play it here. Motherfucker! But yeah, just gone by there at the end of March, they got rid of Super Mario 35 and the ability to buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is very foolish of them, but clearly they've jumped on this Pac-Man. Like, anyone else could have announced this. PlayStation, it's probably coming to everything, you know? But the fact that they chose to announce it is clear that they've been getting probably a lot of angry people. I don't blame them. It was a foolish move, but I don't agree with harassment or death threats, though. That's what shite. What they should do is they should create a website like Discord, but it's just for like feedback to developers. You know, right now there's so many great what would you call them? Websites basically where you can talk to developers. You know, talk about review codes and that. You can talk with them one-on-one. And people need an outlet, you know. It's clear they all just end up going to Steam and review bomb and whatever. They'll even review bomb like past games. It's just so silly. I haven't really got into any of these games. I haven't played Tetris 99. I haven't messed around with Super Mario 35 too much either. And it was mainly because of the absolute garbage fire that is Nintendo Online. Then I did get an Ethernet port, but now it's gone. It's gone. Anyway, I've played Among Us in months. Among Us! No, most people haven't. It's okay. It's okay. This will bring them all back. Alright, on to another little piece of news. We have an alpha for Diablo 2 Resurrected coming. This is the full remake of Diablo 2. This is their intention is to basically keep us nice and busy until Diablo 4 comes out, because apparently it's a good while away yet, which is really cool. We also have the Resident Evil 8 Reverse, which I'll be playing here in a minute. So lots of free cool things, betas and alphas that you can play right now and over the weekend. Hell yes. Diablo 2 still holds a lot of love in a lot of people's hearts, for sure. I know Diablo 3 kind of took over. But yeah, Diablo 2, still amazing. Nice to see these come back as well. I think Blizzard sees the success of, you know, bringing WoW back and, you know, even other things like that. It's crazy how many Warhammer games there are out there now as well. That is running like garbage. What is going on today? Come on. I don't care if it's 30 or 60, just fucking... Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, but that's going on this weekend. Nice, so it doesn't have a exact release date yet, but them doing an alpha means they're pretty damn close. Maybe a summer game. We'll see. It's becoming a PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and even Nintendo Switch is going to get it. Lovely jubbly, and of course, PC as well. No sign of Stadia, but we'll see about that. Okay. Alright, let's see. What was this all about? I grabbed as much news as I could today. Let us say, Curse of the Dead Gods collides with Dead Cells. Another collaboration. I love when this happens. When you see these collaborations. Lately we've had Blasphemous collaborating with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This is cool. Curse of the Dead Gods. Dead Cells is a great game. It's a great roguelike. I don't think it's hold on as much of its fan base as Hades has, you know. But still, fuck yeah. Alright, we're almost finished up here now. Here was the fun little piece of news. Fucking Yahoo Answers is going to be shutting down. Oh, they're killing off everybody. Ask Jeeves is gone, but somehow Bing is still alive. To this day, I still don't get how they shut down Mixer but kept Bing alive. Good God, Microsoft, you are crazy bastards. But it looks like Yahoo Answers will be gone. I'm kind of glad that no one uses it anymore. But I'm kind of sad as well in a way. It's bittersweet because there was so many funny things from Yahoo Answers. Like, there's one thing not having a good command of the English language like me. But there's another thing going, am I pregnanagant? No. My God. If you're stupid enough to get pregnant, but stupid enough to not be able to spell pregnanagant, then what in the name of God are you doing on the internet? That's just so many great YouTube videos out there. Go look them up. Just pure, beautiful silliness from people trying to type in Yahoo Answers. Clearly did not proofread. Yahoo! That'll be the end of Yahoo Answers. So if you've got some questions for Yahoo, get them in. Because that bitch is saying goodbye May 4th. May the force be with you, Yahoo. We're shooting you out into space. But psych, it's actually hell. That's right. Right into the middle of Mount Vesuvius. Don't fuck yourself, Yahoo. Goodbye. And last piece of news, hot on the heels of that SUIKODEN spiritual successor, Age of Eternity is a brand new JRPG that is heavily inspired by Final Fantasy. It looks amazing as well. This one is, I hear very good things. The studio making it are even called Midgar Studio. That's hilarious. Which is, you know, Final Fantasy VII's main city. Super cool. Let's have a look at the trailer for this one. Hell yes, it's been in early access. It looks like they're going to try and get it on all consoles as well. Please, YouTube, would you just run for once? Is that a Genshin Impact? No, it's not. It's better. It seems to be just better. Like, don't look at the videos on the websites. Just take it straight to YouTube. Tell you, I've been getting more use out of YouTube's theater mode than I ever did in the fucking decades I've been using it, you know? Well, decades is a bit much. 1 decade. Yeah, the main character reminds me a little bit of Last Remnant. Hell yeah. There's a lot of great... Oh yeah, got a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics combat there. I like it. Grid-based. Fuck yeah. Edge of Eternity is its name. It looks nice. With the success, that's a hell of a mount. It's a giant kitty. It's cute. The success of Genshin Impact. Ooh, that was a weird artifact there. Yeah, I can see a lot of these RPGs trying to find... There's always one giant fucking frog. Why is there always a giant frog? Damn it. I'm not against frogs. I think they're cool. But my God, I have enough giant spiders and giant frogs. We need better fucking enemy designers, please. Jeez, I remember using Yahoo Answers, right? Did you ask them, am I pregnanagant? Hi, I've eaten a whole lot of melon seeds. Am I pregnanagant? Will I shit out a whole melon? Yet. Do you remember Ask Jeeves? That snooty bollocks. I liked him. There you go. Full release on PC on June 8th. So it's coming out of early access. They're trying to get it on consoles, so that'll be at a later date. But yeah, that was Edge of Eternity. I know they don't show off too much. No. Liar! Big kappa on that one. Big kappa. Alright, cool. all the messing around I did with the... That was so weird with the mic, I'm not gonna lie. That's the weirdest thing ever. It was fine when I was on my other screen. I transferred over, gone. It wouldn't even pick up the microphone. I had to end Streamlabs. What was coming in was the webcam. That is the most garbage fire of mics. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's weird. I didn't change USB ports. Nothing. I tried when it stopped working, but you know, I had to shut down Streamlabs. There you go. 10-0, hello. How's it going, man? How you doing? I hope this year is treating you well. I hope you're well. Hey, Saber. I asked if I swallowed an apple seed, would a tree grow inside me? Damn. Just another apple tree. Remember that song? Alright, that has been today's Daily Dose of Game.